Hey everyone, this is Mike from Han Cycles coming to you with an eBay sales update for the mid-month of June through the mid-month of July 2015. And everybody's been talking about how eBay sales are slow, and they are kind of slow, but still things are selling, and just wanted to give you a quick update of what I've been selling. I haven't been in this for too long, maybe 6 to 7 months, but just wanted to go ahead and give you a quick sales update. Starting with this item, a Winnie the Pooh and Friends resin totem pole that I just recently sold, and just got this in an estate sale a few months back, and it sat for a while, but finally ended up selling for $29.95. Pretty happy about that. Here's a little story of right place, right time. My wife and I were at the local thrift store and came across some Keen cards, new in package. Keen Big Eyes, this sort of kitschy, famous artist back in the early 60s. And recently there was a movie that came out starring Amy Adams. And found the cards right before the movie came out, and decided to start selling them individually, and basically bought several cases, all that the thrift store had, and have been selling them on a regular basis. So it's been a nice little um, find for us. So this is a really fun thing. I found these Hulk hands, Incredible Hulk from the Marvel Avengers, at a garage sale, and paid $3 for these. And basically they're gloves that you put on your hands, and then you hit them together, and they have like a little voice sound box in them that makes like 3 to 4, maybe 5 different sounds from the Incredible Hulk. They're really fun. Ended up going to somebody in Europe through the global shipping program, and they ended up paying more on import fees and shipping than the actual item. So I think all in all, they ended up paying $70 for these whole cans. So really fun come up there. Here is a Hawaiian shirt made in the USA that I picked up. I'm really starting to look at Hawaiian shirts and to make sure that they have some nice, really nice graphics and colors in them. And this one, I feel like it qualified, and it paid off. So got $22.95 on that one. Of course, they always tell you when you just start selling on eBay to sell things around your house. And I have this gigantic stack of mountain bike magazines from the 90s, and I just decided to list them because they're easy to list. You take a picture of the cover, you take a picture of the table of contents, and that's all you have to do really. And they're selling for between $9.95 and $12.95, so it's a nice little way to get rid of some things laying around the house. This is an early thrift find, this Connie rugby shirt, polo shirt. When I first started thrifting clothes, I didn't know much about what the popular brands were, and this just looked interesting to me. Here's a picture of the label. It just said Connie Gold. I didn't know anything about it. Apparently, it's not a very popular brand, but and this sat around for maybe 6 months and finally ended up selling. So it's not always the popular brands that sell. Sometimes these lesser known ones do as well. And here is the holy grail of things to find at thrift stores, or men's shirts. Robert Graham. These sell in the Nordstrom stores for like $200, and they always are characteristics. They always have bright colors, crazy patterns, usually a lot of paisley in them. This one was just a nice striped one. There's a picture of one of their label types. They always have these flip cuffs with nice patterns on them. So I was really happy to find this shirt. I found it within 2 minutes when I first walked into my local thrift store. And since then, I've been looking for them and have found a total of 4 in the last 6 months. They're hard to find, but once you find them, they usually sell pretty well. This one sold for $49.95. And then another thing, I watch a lot of other people's thrift videos, and they kind of go over some brands to look for. This was a brand of Hawaiian shirt. I found this in the men's section. I'm pretty sure it's a man's just because of the side the button on, but it was long sleeve. I've never seen a long sleeve Hawaiian shirt. It's 100% polyester, so it led me to believe that it was vintage, but I'm not entirely sure. I wasn't sure if it was going to sell, and I took a chance, and it did sell for $29.95. Here's another brand that I learned to pick up from other thrifting videos. And Bugatti Omo is another brand that you'll find in Nordstrom, and it's a pretty expensive brand. Usually I see them in long sleeves, but I decided to take a chance on this short sleeve. Pardon the bad photos. Sometimes cell phone cameras don't take the greatest photos. Sometimes they do. But anyways, I took a chance on this one, and it probably helped that it was double XL. I just thought it was a nice lavender, kind of light and airy shirt for the summer. $23.95 with shipping. Another couple of things, you'll see another phone like this on this video. These were just laying around the house collecting dust. Old smartphones, Galaxy S2s. Got a lot of interest in those. Electronics seem to have a lot of attention on eBay. So, anyways, this sold with like less than 3 days, I think. Here's another Hawaiian shirt. Guy Harvey is a real popular brand on eBay. It looks like all his shirts, from what I've seen, they all feature some sort of indigenous fish. A lot of swordfish, tuna fish. This one had a bunch of tuna on it. Really nice, made in the USA. Also, it helps when it's a larger size. So this is another 2XL, double XL size. Here's another Keen card. And of course, as you know, it always helps to find items in the thrift store that are new with tags. Especially, it doesn't hurt that it's a popular brand such as Ralph Lauren. This is the Blake collection. Of course, this thing had everything going for it. It was a name brand, it was new with tags, and it was a double XL. So that one sold for $39.95. I was pretty happy. It sold really quickly. Here's another one of the Margaret Keen cards. This one's called My First Party. Another one of my collecting dust magazines sitting there, and got $11.95 for that one. I was pretty happy with that. This was an unusual find. My wife picked this up one day. Pardon me. And it's Paul and Shark, and I had never heard of the brand, and she just picked it up because it had some really interesting stitching in it. They're called yachting jeans. And had a bunch of flags and different country stitching on them, and it says Paul and Shark on the waistband. I was kind of leery because of the size, 44 waist, 29 inseam, and I thought, gosh, this is just gonna sit forever and ever. And these jeans ended up selling within a week for $69.95. I was pretty surprised. Here is an early thrift store find where I was just kind of trying different things and experimenting, and this was like a German decorative plate. And it had a few defects, a few little chips and notches, and it sat for a long time, and I ended up selling it for $12.95. I was pretty happy just to get rid of it. This is a funny story. I got these as a gift. It was a 3-pack of these little Control Freaks. They're just little rubber extensions for your video game controller for PS3 and Xbox. And got a 3-pack for a gift. My wife paid $34.95 for the 3-pack, and I wasn't too fond of them, and I ended up selling 2 of these for $20 or $19.95 plus, well, actually free shipping. So I ended up actually keeping the third set and basically having them for free. So that was kind of fun. Found this at a garage sale. It's a body glove snorkel backpack with a cinch top, and basically it looked like it had never been used. So this was a really nice item. Decided to throw it up on there and see what happened. Got a lot of interest. It sold probably within 3 weeks for $49.95, and they paid shipping. So I guess be on the lookout for these things. Here's another brand that I was told to be on the lookout for, Thomas Pink, another high-end brand. Funny story, I ended up actually selling this thing twice. Sold to one person and they requested a return and said, oh, it had some pet dander and a chipped button, which it did have a chipped button, but when I got it back, there was no pet dander on it. So I'm not sure, maybe it just didn't fit them, but I just went ahead and listed it again, and it sold probably within another 3 weeks, so no big deal. There's the other Control Freak video game extensions. Here's another great brand, Tommy Bahama, and another advantage was that this was new with tags. I was pretty happy about it. Very not too crazy like Tommy Bahama shirts usually get, just a basic striped shirt, but it was a really nice texture and pattern. So this one sold pretty quickly, $24.95. Here's the other phone that we had laying around the house, Samsung Galaxy S2. Another Margaret Keane card. This one's called the Runaway. And then this was another early thrift where I was just buying things that had Italian names. Whether they were popular or not, I didn't know. I took a chance on this one only because it had a really nice sort of squiggly texture to it. It was just, short sleeve, really light and airy, and I really liked the texture. So somebody else did too. They paid $29.95 for this one. It didn't have everything going for it. It was a size medium, and it was also a short sleeve. So it sat a little longer than usual, but I was glad that somebody picked that up. And this is a funny story. I picked up a box of car parts. They were new car parts in plastic bags for Toyota, mostly Tacoma. They were interior body parts like gear shifts and power window regulators, rear view mirrors, that type of thing. And I wasn't sure about, because I don't know a lot about car parts, but I started listing them, and that box has really paid off. I only paid $40 for the box, and it had maybe 100 items in it, and I've been selling them consistently for pretty good prices, like just a regular old radiator cap. I mean, it's new, but it sold for $24.95, and I've sold one of them, and I still have 3 left. Here's another brand that they say to look out for, Nat Nast. Usually these come in long sleeve, casual or dress shirts, and I found this nice polo. And I only picked it up because it had a really nice sort of ribbed texture to it. This is what the label looks like. So I don't run into these too often, but I decided to pick this one up and take a chance, and got $24.95 for that one. These are another thing to be on the lookout for, these 5 fingers. I don't know if you call them water shoes or sport shoes, but they're really interesting. They have individual toe pockets to them, but this was really funny because I got a lot of watchers, a lot of activity. One person sent me a really low ball offer, and then they just assumed by sending me a message that I was going to take that low ball offer, and it was just really interesting back and forth exchange where they were just kind of harassing me and telling me to go ahead and just send them right away and send them expedited shipping because they needed them right away. And so I ended up just holding out and getting the full asking price for them. And the other person that was harassing me said good luck selling these things, and they ended up selling that same day. So sometimes it's good to hold on and just ride it out, and if there's a lot of activity going on them, that means people are interested. So kind of a learning experience. Another king card, which you've already seen, and we'll close this out with Harley Davidson. That's another thing to be on the lookout for. Harley Davidson, pretty much anything that I've listed has sold, from t-shirts to button-up shirts. What really helps sometimes is if they're made in the USA, um, or if they were made in the USA, or actually designed by Tory Richards. So there's a lot of Harley stuff that is designed by Tory Richards as well. So this was a nice little sale. It's like a $2 pickup. They sold for $19.95 plus shipping. So anyways, like they said, sales were slow, more than usual. But from what I understand, June is a slow month due to a lot of people going off on vacation and not shopping as much. But it was decent, not too bad. And anyways, if you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you liked it, and I'll continue to make these. So thanks a lot for watching.